Greetings, brethren. I just want to cover the weirdness of Bryan denlinger. Um, I know there's probably a lot of people that are aware of this particular video and the weirdness of Bryan denlinger, but I just want to let people know maybe there's people out there that's not aware of it. Um, and that's all I will say about Bryan denlinger. Just how weird his thinking is. That's all I will say about him. um, this is about um, he connects putting cellular towers, cellular antennas in church steeples. He connects that with mind control devices. Now, his first claim that for the very fact that they're putting cellular antennas in steeples, I wouldn't know if they are or not. I would probably grant that. Um, and for the second part, I wouldn't have no idea that if mind control is possible or that they're even doing it. I mean, in this crazy world, it probably could be possible that mind control devices such as exist, but I'm not led to believe that they're even employed or um, even around. I don't know. I wouldn't have any problem, any idea. I don't really. I'm just saying that I don't really believe in it, but I don't know. You never can tell in this crazy world. Anyways, so he makes a claim.
Here from the New York Times. Notice this is July 29th of 2001. This is quite a bit, very, very old article here. It says here, the Connecticut skyline has always been defined by its church steeples, those towers that rise above the trees. Probably should be above there, but the trees, and give so many of the state's communities their charm. But in a 21st century twist, these old spires that were originally built to resemble Christopher Wren's stone steeples in London are becoming the camouflage to hide microwave antennas for cell phone companies. Microwave technology is extremely dangerous, can be used to mess your mind up, can be used for mind control. It's very, very bad stuff.
Now, I don't know. I don't see how it's possible that cellular radio frequencies is the same frequency as the brain, or somehow it can control it, or what's needed to control it. But I don't see how that cellular frequencies is mind control. Um,
Look up your town and see if any of the Babel buildings are doing this thing. Right here, First Baptist Church of Bridgewater. This is right down the road from the ministry headquarters here. Right down the road, and looky there, up two, not one, but two antennas. Right there. First Baptist Church of Bridgewater. I'm going to actually put a little bit of video in here.
Okay, I actually, back when I heard about this video, I did check out his website and looked up that church, and I traced it back to was a fire alarm or something. I was guessing it was a fire alarm because it's tied back to the fire department. So one of the signals antennas tied to fire department, but I don't know what's the other one.
And showing you that there are no outward signs of these antennas. Alright, we are heading south on Route 1, and right here, coming up, on the right is the Babel building. antennas, back, or the front there, I showed the back, is just incredible. And the fleur-de-lis that they have on their stained glass window is a sign, that's a symbol that's used by the Jesuit order. You know, it's so conspiratorial. I know, isn't that just awful? How about this one? Another one I used to go to, Liberty Baptist Church. Right there it is. They were actually considering making me pastor at this place. I used to go there, faithfully attending there, you know. This is the Babel building right here. This was a Hiles spin-off church. He actually preached there. Jack Hiles preached there. And this is the gymnasium right here. And then out here is the equipment building. Right here is the water tower. Right there. This is all the church's property, and right there is your antenna. I think it was probably actually the water tower. They just have it, you know, like that. But yeah, right there. I used to go there all the time. This whole big property here is the church property. They go down into this tree line here and come up around. They were always looking for ways to make money and everything. But then I did an interesting one. I thought this would be interesting. Tempe, Arizona. This is where Snake's Babel building is, right in the middle there. And it's a rented building. It's not, he doesn't have a Babel building. But I just thought, man, you talk about control. Look at the tower results. You know, I mean, insane. 551 towers within 4 miles of Snake's cult building. Look at that. That is incredible. 551 towers. Okay. What about antennas? 680 antennas found within 4 miles. I mean, good night. Look at that. Isn't that insane? Right outside of Phoenix there, you know? I mean, just crazy. You talk about a center for mind control. I mean, just totally poisoned with it. You know, just absolutely insane. I cannot understand how people can defend this stuff. I mean, right there. Baptist churches getting, you know, I don't know if they're getting $1,500 a month for each of them. I have no idea what they get. But, you know, the article there in the New York Times said back in 2001, they're getting $1,500 a month. The one that they talked about, $1,500 a month. So that's $3,000 apparently for these people. Why is this so important? Well, I believe that this is going to be communication. You know, the Bible talks about the whole world worshiping the image of the beast, and how he's, you know, the false prophet is causing fire to come down from heaven and all kinds of other signs and wonders in the heavens. These things have a part in that, I believe. And they're using Babel buildings. They're using church steeples. Right there you go. Church steeples being used to house these antennas for communication. And I believe that they're listening in and recording everything that you say when you go into one of these Babel buildings. And as you saw from the video, just the one right down the street from us, here's another picture of one. Do you see any outward antennas there? You know? First Lutheran Steeple Concealment, Redlands, California. Antenna concealment in churches is what the thing's called. You don't see any kind of antenna on there. See, it's just so...
Anyways, I read the article, and they explained that it's aesthetically pleasing, disguising it so there's no outward appearances, so it's hidden, so it doesn't detract from the look of the church. So that's how they explained it in the article.
Innocent. Oh, it's just so nice. What a beautiful old church building that's being used as a cell phone tower with microwave radiation coming off of it, and you go and you sit in.
And also what it said in the article, that the reason why the churches let the cellular services come in and put their antennas in, so in return they can get their steeple refixed, because a lot of them are deteriorating and falling down, so in return they get it paid for free, just to let the cellular networks house their antenna in their steeple.
underneath that thing. Brethren, if there's just no excuse anymore. People get mad at me, and they say, well, you shouldn't be, saying things about people, that you're lost if you go to church building. I said, if you continue in these things after hearing the truth, then you're lost. I mean, good night, people. Come out of this stuff. It's disgusting to see these are pagan buildings. There's no New Testament for them. And to see people defending it, it just tells me there's serious problems with these people that defend this paganism. Man, get out of these church buildings.
He use that as an example not to go to, because they're tied to the Jesuit order and the Vatican, to use it for mind control, and to listen in for the Vatican and Jesuit order and all that kind of stuff. That's one of the reasons. And he says there's no New Testament command for it, no scripture for it, and well, not in churches as we did in the Protestant Reformation or through down history, but you got the church at Ephesus and Galatia, or you got people meeting in the houses. That's a building. The synagogues, those are Jewish temples. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to show you the weirdness of Bryan denlinger. That's all. I just want to make the kind of things he thinks about. That's all I wanted to say to let people know. So, thank you and take care.